Hi, this is Gemini Empress. I'm back again with another pick a card reading. I'll try to make this as quick as possible since my baby's asleep. We're here to find out, what was your past life like with the person you're thinking about? What was the dynamic of your, relationship with the person that you're thinking about? So really meditate and pick part one or part two or part three, and let's go. Okay, so for those who picked pile one, the person that you're thinking about, the dynamics you guys shared was a dynamics of you both had mutual love. You were very close, you had a strong connection, and I think you both were aware that you had feelings for each other, but there was just too much secrecy. There wasn't any infidelity. There was pure love, genuine love, and I feel like you guys have reincarnated into this time with each other. And that's why you may seem so drawn to each other. It's like a never ending story. We have 3 plus 7, which is 10. So a cycle had to end in order for a new one to start. And this lifetime is your new start of your journey, but you still have unresolved baggage from before. And there was a lot of like secrecy that caused a lot of anxiety. And there were a lot of challenges between you guys. I feel like you guys may have been married, but you had that sort of romance whereby it's kind of like it's not perfect, whereby the love is so strong, but I think one of you was like really insecure, and there were so many challenges that came on the way, but most of them were like self-made. Like they didn't need to be challenges. Or alternatively, I'm also getting a story that some people didn't really approve of your marriage or your love. So, it kind of left one of you feeling, what am I going to do? Because you caved into, or they caved into people's opinions more so than what they were feeling and thinking about you. They were too worried about what their family or friends or people would think. So there were a lot of challenges along the way. But the good thing is that there was always genuine love, true, genuine love. And this person, I feel like you made this person feel like you made them so happy, but at the same time, they were too insecure or they didn't really love themselves. And I feel like history may be repeating itself even today. They always had a trouble with expressing that or communicating that to you. That's why there was a lot of secrecy, because they wanted to be perfect for you. They saw you as this person that they put on a huge pedestal, and they just wanted everything to be perfect. And sometimes I feel like the person that you were with, whether they are now or not, in this lifetime, they were very shy, very humble. They didn't know how to communicate. Maybe they let their ego get in the way, or maybe they just weren't really used to receiving so much love. So when they did, they didn't really know how to express it. But somehow you knew them so well that you could just tell that they loved you dearly, which is true, they did. And they probably still do today. And that's why you guys are so drawn to each other. But they just didn't know how to communicate this, because in that time it wasn't always easy to express these things. And you know there's just definitely a lot of secrecy, but not infidelity, more like, how do I express this, how do I let this known? There's probably a lot of people who were against your relationship. I definitely see you guys were lovers, definitely lovers in a past life. That's all I'm getting, guys. We also have here, it's not really advice, but it's just kind of like adding to like context. We have express your love, go ahead and make romantic gesture. So I felt like there was a lack of expression. Like the genuine love was here, but the expression was lacking, and that was a challenge that was keeping both of you up at night. But I don't know if it was either story one, whereby it's kind of like expressing the love back then was kind of taboo, or if there was somebody there who, sorry too, where like they felt like there were people who were against your love and they were willing to fight for it, but they kind of like cave into what people thought. That's what I'm getting. That's what Spirit's telling me. But yeah, there wasn't enough expression, but there was definitely genuine love. That was the dynamic between you and your person in a past life. Thank you so much for watching Pile 1. Oh, and sorry, just to add on for Pile 1. Yeah, the song that I channeled in was Perfect by Ed Sheeran. That was what was on my mind when I was reading that card, especially when I saw like this card. Definitely Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran, Perfect is what came to mind. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Okay, so pile number two. The dynamics between you guys in a past life is that I feel like you, the watcher, if especially if you're female, you were actually, believe this or not, you were actually royalty in your past life. You were either a queen if you're a woman, or you were the king if you're a man. And you held so much power, so much integrity, so much modesty and nobility. And this person fell so hard for you. They were super in love with you. But strangely, you didn't love them as much as they loved you. You were a ruler, somebody who had to make important decisions, but you may have had trouble making those decisions. But you were also very blunt in your approach, very boss like, boss bitch kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna make this rule up. I don't give a fuck. If you're a woman, you had that big dick energy. And this person just fell instantly in love with you because not only that, you had like such amazing beauty, but you also had intelligence and wit, and that's what they admired most about you. When it came to decision making, it was kind of a struggle between your head and your heart, but you always went with what was more logical. And this person was like somebody who they didn't have much money compared to you. They were just like a peasant compared to you. They weren't even on your level, but they did have a lot of dreams and hopes, and they wanted to try and manifest you back. You are someone who was like justice, what's it called? An advocate for justice, doing things by the book, a leader. You were somebody who has good karma, but basically you were on such a high level and they wanted to try and manifest you. We have 1+2 by the book, which is 1+1, which is 2. So we have the magician card next to it, like this manifestation where they felt like even though you were so hard to reach and you possibly may not have liked them back, they still had hope that you would. They felt like they would want to swoop in as a knight and steal your heart. And you had good times. Like I felt like this person like would sneak into all the like royal parties, and they always wanted to try and sneak away and like meet you in secret. Even I think they even got close to you. They managed to even have a conversation with you, and they'd always enjoy like just watching you from a distance as you guys like dance around and have fun. You were more of like noble, and they would just sneak into these things. They weren't really on your level, but they had a lot of hope that they would steal your heart. They came close to you in reach. But the thing I'm also getting here, it's not really advice, but it's kind of like more information. We have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I felt like they liked you more than you liked them. Or maybe this is what they thought because you were on such a high pedestal that they put you on. And it felt like you wasn't really reciprocating because you always put your logic before your heart. You always chose your brain over your heart, logic over emotion, you know? So they kind of saw you as cold and detached, and they always thought that you didn't like them back, you know? And the song I'm getting is Nice for What by Drake. Like you were on this high pedestal. And I'm also getting Curveball by Honey Cocaine. Yeah, I don't really listen to that music. In fact, the first time I heard of that music was from a reading. I think it was Alice Loves Exist or something. And that's when I discovered those songs. But this song is what I'm channeling in right now. It's fitting to the situation. They felt like you would never like them back because you're royalty, you're up here, and then they're like down there. They're just a knight and you're like a queen. So yeah, I feel like if the tables have turned in this world, in this lifetime, then wow. But you were definitely up here, a leader, logical more so than emotional, big dick energy for a woman. But if you're a man, you're that boss. This woman just felt like some sort of peasant compared to you, could never compete for your love. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for pal 2. Okay, so for those of you who picked pal 3, the dynamics between you and your person in a past life is that if you're a woman, you were this person who was just like minding your own business, living your own life, being very spiritual, being more like a traveler. And I feel like this person that you're thinking about was a traveler too. I think they just swooped into your life as this knight, and they found you so gorgeous and you found them so strong. They wanted to be this protector, provider, but something about this connection just frightened them because their intention was to just come in temporarily, but they didn't expect to have all these feelings. So they would often lie about them, cover them up, and once they realized and got to know you after some time, they fell deeply in love, and they realized this is more than just a like, this is more like a spiritual encounter, a spiritual connection. So they kind of left in the middle of the night, and they didn't want to express these emotions and continue this path, because they thought that, you know, they're meant to be a traveler. They're only meant to, like, you know, be temporary in people's lives. But they found a forever home in you, and when they had to leave you, it hurt them. They felt so much pain because they're used to going in and out of people's lives, but with you, it just left a bad taste leaving, and they felt like they were leaving something that was a part of them. But the thing is, they always knew that once they had met you, they found home. We have high power, which is 4, and 4 is like a number of period of like reflection, but also like hibernation, being on your own, but, you know, reminiscing, thinking, over analyzing, but also foundations. And they felt like they, even though they do like run away or leave your life, they feel like there's like a forever home, a forever foundation with you, despite the fact that even if they go on their own time and just keep to themselves and not open up and just reflect and be on their own in solitude, they still feel a foundation with you. You were just somebody who, I feel like you were just like an ordinary person. Like you weren't like this sense of like, oh, you know, let me be this queen or whatever. You were just a regular schmegular person, but you believed that there was somebody destined for you, and this was your other half. I feel like this is your twin flame, the person you're thinking about in this life and the next life, or this life and the past life, sorry. But yeah, they put on the strong persona, and they didn't really want to get attached to you, but they did. And they chose logic over emotions because they weren't really comfortable with being vulnerable. So they kind of felt that their head told them to like not open up, not tell each other about, you know, not tell you about how they feel. Their logic just told them to move on. You're a traveler. Your job is not to fall in love. Your job is to enter people's lives for a certain purpose, or, you know, whatever tradesman like type of person they were. But eventually they realized that, wow, like, you know, my heart tells me one thing, but my mind says another, and they have so much regret. And they may have reincarnated with you in this life. Therefore, you guys will continue this twin flame journey as it's unresolved. I feel like the more you guys get to know each other and discover each other once again in this life, you find more about yourselves. So this journey was orchestrated for you to learn how to love and know yourself. We also have getting to know each other. This isn't advice, but this is just like to give more context to the story. You know, I feel like you guys are meant to like get to know each other on a deeper level. This is a spiritual connection to teach you more about yourself. And it doesn't mean it's meant to be temporary where you just learn your lessons and leave. It could be, but for some of you, this is the person you're meant to be destined with. This was a fated meeting, if that makes sense. But that's what I'm getting for pile number 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. The song that I'm channeling on this read, by the way, is what is it? What is it? It came and it went. It came and left my life. No, please remember. Spirit, please tell me. Please tell me. Damn it. Come on. Come back. Come back. Oh, I think it's gone. Damn it. If it comes back, I'm getting more of a game. I think a new song's coming in. Wait for it. Yeah, I think it's either Idol by BTS or Persona by RM. Google it. It's a new song, but it's something about loving yourself, discovering who you are. But through getting to know each other, you're discovering who you are as a person. If that makes sense. Thank you so much, pile number 3. I'll shut up now.